Okay, KASR, we're back. And it's KASR 680 AM. Count through. There's a little bit of harmony in here today.
Yeah.
Zakk Wylde, in case you guys are not paying attention, that was Losing Your Mind off Pride and Glory. And we were in here yapping about all kinds of stuff. And dude, what was that track about?
Losing your mind?
Yeah. Just drinking or something? Or?
I guess, like, you know, at the end of the night when you're on that last beer, you know there's no more left.
Home.
You know, you got about, you know, like 5 of your buds hanging, and you're all like looking at that last beer.
Yeah.
Like who's gonna who's gonna make the beer runner, and like, or it's too late. All the liquor stores are closed. That's what it comes down to, brother. Just start losing your mind, brother.
That's when you go find a bottle of Southern Comfort you stash under your bed.
Oh man, or you know, rubbing alcohol. That always works.
I knew a guy used to drink straight Everclear. That was pretty scary.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's Neil. It's like, Neil, how's it going?
Die.
What?
Die.
Oh, insane, man. We might have gone on a beer run here pretty soon. Send Mike out for some more beers.
I love drinking. Just as long as I'm still coherent, though. You know what I mean?
Coherent.
Yeah, it's coherent. Yeah.
You ever the more drunk you get, the more southern you can really talk.
Oh
what
man.
What y'all doing? How y'all, you know? That happens to me as I come from southern blood. And the more drunk I get, the more southern comes out.
Yeah,
like, you're from the south, aren't you? No, I'm not. But dude, harmonicas and the whole thing. How many tracks on here do you use the harmonica a lot?
I mean, I think there's like one on Loving Woman, and then another one. I think I don't know. I think that's about it. Just one. Oh no, Loving Woman and Shine On.
Okay, I was wondering because you brought in like 4 harmonicas.
Oh yeah, no, I just got a whole bunch of different tunes.
I used to be a drummer. Now, what's the deal with having 4 different harmonicas?
Well, no, you're supposed to have a whole bunch. I mean, because each one's for a different key.
So
that's where you're screwed. You know what I mean? So you gotta. It just don't work for every key. You gotta, you know, if you're in a key of D, you gotta have a D one. You know?
Yeah, we had a lightning flash or something in here. I'm like, I don't know where these weird lights are coming from. But learn something new every day about harmonicas. So what's the first instrument you picked up?
The first one?
Yeah. I had a toy harmonica as a kid, and I finished it in the tub and trashed it.
My penis, probably. That's the first one. I'm good at that one too. No.
Playing the old skin flute, eh?
Yeah, without a doubt, brother.
Oh, man.
No, just I started playing guitar when I was about like 8, but you know, I just wanted to hang out with my friends, so I ended up, you know, the guitar teacher just told my parents, he said, just bag it, because he doesn't want to play.
Right.
And, you know, I mean, I would never practice or do anything like that, but and you know, when I was playing, because I used to play football and stuff like that, and then like right during high school, because I wanted to be like Jack Lambert and stuff like that, you know, I couldn't put the weight on, so I ended up, the football coach, my mom and myself, and went over to his house, and he was trying to, you know, keep me in football, you know.
Right.
I was like, yeah, you gotta just keep with it, don't worry, you know, you whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, I don't know, I don't know anymore. And he had a Les Paul sitting in the house, and my mom was like, oh, do you play guitar? He goes, well, I just play, I fiddle around on it. He goes, my son Leroy really plays, so. And he was like, Leroy, why don't you come out and play a little? Leroy came out, he had long hair, a Harley Davidson hat on and stuff. I go, man, that's what I want to do, man, you know what I mean? And then, you know, because to see somebody physically play that stuff when you're like 15 years old, you know what I mean, 14, 15 years old, I mean, like, he knew everything. I was like, oh, you know any Sabbath, man? You know, he was playing Sabbath, and like at the time, I think Ozzy had his first album out. I was like, oh, you know how to play Crazy Train and everything? You know, and he knew how to play all the stuff, you know what I mean? Eruption, everything, you know, all the band. So I was just like, man, I gotta, you know, that's what I want to do.
They're trying to save you a football career and you end up finding a musical career.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's pretty twisted. Oh, man. Football. You're going to see some baseball games you were talking about earlier.
I know, because I'm going around hitting all these, you know, hanging out all the stations and stuff, and it's just like, I look on the thing because they got it, so I'm like going to games everywhere, man. I'm gonna go to the new Texas Stadium, man. That's gonna be killer. The ballpark.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In Dallas.
How about that? Somebody fell off the top roof on the damn.
Yeah, I heard about that. A lady, she.
Opening day.
Come on, did you hear about that? How did she fall off that roof?
She was still posing for a picture.
She was posing.
She was sitting on the railing, and like lost her balance and just like went, man. It's just gone. Good night. She didn't die though. I think she just got, you know.
I didn't get it.
I don't know. Maybe. Sure
she fell and she couldn't get up?
Sure she wasn't feeling good when she hit the bottom, you know what I mean?
Oh, dude. Yeah, I heard she hit like that. They had like a second shade roof right there.
Oh, really?
And she just hit that. And then, yeah, because she fell off the third or the last one. I think that's a good 24-foot drop or something.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. It's funny because I hate those little railings. They build those big ballparks and they have those little railings because when you sit down, you know, it's so you can see over it.
Yeah, because I mean, if you had the tons of railings, it's gonna block your vision, man.
Right.
So you know, it's you know, but you don't sit on the damn thing. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not like, all right, if a 4-year-old sat on it, you would understand it. You know what I mean? Because the kid doesn't know any better. You know
we
what
don't
I mean?
sit on post for a picture.
You don't even sit on the damn post if you got a case and a half in you, man. You know what I mean? You just don't do it.
Oh, you'd be surprised. We have
what the hell?
a loose connection. Loose connection. That is every year over at the Grand Canyon. They have the same kind of railing. You ever been up there?
No, I've
never been.
They have
the same kind of little teeny tiny railings, but they're like embedded in concrete. It's like battleship steel railing, right? And about every year, 5 or so Japanese or German people will fall off into the Grand Canyon.
And die?
And die. Because,
you are joking.
No, this is totally true. They stand behind the railing to take pictures. And then they lose their balance and they fall into this canyon. I'm like, it's a mile deep, you know? That railing's there for a reason, you know?
That is nuts.
Yeah. It's totally insane.
I mean, because I just get it gives me the creeps, you know, like when you're in a hotel, it's got like, you know, about 24 stories or something like that. It's super huge. And it's like, you can look over the railing down, you know, to like the lobby. You can look over and look in the lobby. It's just like, you almost get that eerie feeling. Like, imagine if somebody, you know, had a gun to your head and goes, jump, man, jump. You know what I mean? Just like, ooh.
No, give me the bullet first, man, then I'll jump.
Yeah, forget it, man.
Yeah, that's insane. Give me a parachute, it'd be better, yeah.
No, exactly.
I might do it for a parachute. 24 stories on a parachute?
You can do it.
That's what, 5 seconds? So as soon as you pull, as soon as you jump, and
you'd have to pull it as soon as you jump?
Yeah, I think it takes about 3 seconds.
Pull it before you jump?
You gotta pull before you jump. It takes like 3 seconds, I think, for the chute to come out.
Oh, and then it'll pick up the air.
You got about 2 seconds before you hit bottom, man.
Oh, there you go. Oh, man.
What the hell? Oh, man, let's get on some other subject here.
I don't want to talk about beer again.
Yeah, let's talk about beer. Beer's a good stuff. What the hell's with this ice beer, man?
Oh, the ice beer?
You drink that yet?
Yeah, but see, it has more alcohol in it. That's why, yeah.
Get out.
That's the big thing about the beer. It has like 5.5% alcohol in it. That's why everyone digs it, man. So you know, because I mean, I think the normal beer has like 4.3 or something like that, but the ice, it has more. Yeah, well, you know, emulsion. Well, you can drink, you know, Miller Lite ice for that, so you can keep that slim, vibrant, youthful, attractive look.
Well, yes, light beers help me out a lot. I can tell that right now. It just means you drink more.
This is true.
Have like Carnivore Fest. Mike is back from shopping.
Yeah. Good shopping.
It's just wild because Phoenix is a test market, so we always get all kinds of like weird stuff. Like every once in a while, like when Keystone came out, it was supposed to be Coors equivalent to Michelob, and nobody was buying it. So they were selling it down here for like $2.99 a 12-pack.
You joke?
No, at first they were selling it for $2.99.
That would have given me reason just to move to Phoenix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was insane. But then they had like light beer, and they had, you know, Bud beer, not Bud beer, dry beers. Now we're in ice beers. You know?
No, ice. I know. That's the new thing. I know. I can't figure out how it's brewed and everything, but I mean, it really doesn't taste all that much different to me. I mean, it's still
just a little lighter and more watered down.
I guess.
So when you get pulled over by DPS, you just go off the scale and you got breathe in.
No,
you got more shits tomorrow.
Just put that penny in there. You know? Crazy. Man. Well, let's tell you what. Why don't we play a track?
Let's jam another tune, man.
Want to jam another tune?
Do a little Horse Called War, man.
Horse Called War? Okay, cool. We'll do that. We're gonna do I made Zach pick out a favorite track off of No More Tears, and this is Zombie Stomp, and then we'll hear A Horse Called War. KSR.